our dogs need meat in their diet. They don't need carbohydrates. And the problem with traditional extruded kibble is it's going to be 40 to 60% carbohydrates. And any kibble that is extruded, it is a high heat process. So by the time those raw ingredients get from point A to point B, they have probably been cooked at extremely high heat 4 to 5 times. There's no nutrient value left at that point. And that's why synthetic vitamins and minerals get added back in, and then they also get sprayed with fat to make it taste like something other than a dry brown rock. So we've got problems with oxidation and rancidity with those fats. We've got problems with the body saying, oh my gosh, there's all these synthetic things that are being thrown at me. I don't know what they are. So I'm going to, have an allergic reaction. I'm going to try to spit it out. The skin's going to break out. We get interdigital cysts. We get ear infections. That's the body just saying, oh my gosh, make it go away. So fresh whole food diets, if you have to feed kibble because a lot of people live in like food vacuums, food deserts, and have a hard time finding fresh stuff. So whatever you can add fresh to the bowl, if you can replace 25 to 30% of the calories with things like fresh eggs, I know they're ridiculously expensive right now. That's why we have chickens. Fresh eggs, broccoli, pumpkin, blueberries, fresh fruits, not grapes and raisins, fresh fruits and veggies that are steamed, anything like that. If you have, an extra little bit of chicken breast left over, not the skin, not the grease, not the fat from the cooked steak, but things that would be healthy for us generally are healthy for them. You will increase your pet's longevity by about 30% by filling their bowl 30% with good stuff. There are tons of companies out now that have gently cooked foods. Even some of the raw companies are grinding their foods at a small enough grind that they can be cooked. My new rescue dog does not like the texture of raw food. He was a dry kibble dog before. He is not getting anywhere near that raw food. So we are cooking his food, and then it's more like a crumble. He thinks it's the most amazing thing he's ever had in his life. His skin is getting better. His ears are getting better. His weight is getting better. All those things that were caused by eating kibble that have caused problems for him. It's going to be a process. It's not something that happens overnight, but we've had him a week and a half, and I'm already seeing improvement in all those things for him. So whatever you can do, and if you can get baked or air dried or freeze dried kibble texture food, that is so much better than food that has gone through the extrusion process, because it's not cooked at really high heats. And the other thing that you really want to avoid when you're looking in the pet food aisle is rendered products. So that's going to be and unnamed products. So if it says meat and bone meal or meat byproducts, Lord knows what animal that came from. It could be 20 different ones, including euthanized dogs and cats. And no, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just spilling the truth. When you see like meat tallow or rendered fats, that kind of thing. And then when you see that long chemical list that you're like, oh, gosh, I got 4 ingredients in and now I can't pronounce anything anymore. That's a, oh my gosh, I better look somewhere else. There are tons of freeze-dried foods where you just add water, poof, easy to do, good to go. I will use that when I'm traveling with my pets. I can stay in any hotel anywhere with my bag of freeze-dried food, a little hot water out of the tap, boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. And I think the only other thing I'd add with, on the kibble side of it, not that this chat is really about that, is a really big issue, in my opinion, with feeding an ultra processed, hot extruded kibble for their entire life is that the way that they're able to make it shelf stable is by removing most of the moisture. So what happens is you're feeding a dog this food that is void of moisture, and dogs are designed to get their water that they need from their food, a lot of it, maybe not all of it. And so that's why I love, just like Dr. Judy said, the lesser processed options, because they're going to retain more moisture.